So last time we finished working on the landing page design for the desktop by creating the final part, which was the hero section right here. Today we're going to be starting creating the responsiveness by creating a mobile layout. Now I'm going to go click F on my keyboard as always, and I'm going to go to the phone section, which is probably on top, and I'm going to select just iPhone 16, which is a baseline here, and its width is 393 by a height of 852. So I'm going to call this landing page mobile. Okay, so the landing page mobile section here. Now what we're gonna do what we're gonna do here is just take this layout here and change it into a mobile version. Now we will be working on 1, 2, 3, and probably 4 sections today, and the rest we're going to be finishing off next time. So let's start maybe 3 today even, we don't know. So let's start by creating this for the navbar, right? So we need a new component variant for the navbar because we need like the mobile and the desktop version will not be the same, obviously. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these uh, just to move them down. Just to give ourselves a bit more of space here. Let's just create a new variant. This will be for mobile. This will be for desktop here. Desktop. Now, obviously, I want to go here. And as we've been doing so far, let's just change this. Let's go over to the auto layout section, add auto layouts. Sorry, 64 by 64 by 32 here. Okay. Now, working on the mobile section is pretty simple here. We just have to remove these, okay? Let's just remove these. And this too. Now, one thing to know is when you change a design from desktop to mobile, you are not basically taking out content, taking out value. You are rearranging it and making it fit a smaller screen size. So you have to make sure that you are certainly not decreasing any value. People using your website on the mobile should have all the value provided to them as the people using it on a desktop. So we're not going to be just removing this. We're going to be changing the layout so that it's easier to incorporate this into a smaller screen size. The way we're going to be doing that is by using a hamburger icon, menu icon. Let's just create it here. It's very simple. It's just a couple of rectangles. I'm going to make them rounded. Uh, Probably going to be using black here. Okay, around 48 by 8 here. Okay, let's just take these. So let's call these the lines, line 1, line 2, line 3 here. Let's take all of these, Shift A, maybe 6 here. And this will be our menu, right? So obviously let's make it into color selection. Let's take this, cut it, go to assets actually, and go back to icons and just paste it in here. Okay. Obviously it's a bit too large currently, so we would have to decrease I would have to decrease its width. Uh, mm, okay. Yeah, let's just turn it here. We want everything here to fill the container, right? So now when we resize it, it should resize correctly. Now let's just resize it to 24 maybe. Maybe we also don't want to change the width, the height, I mean. So fixed. Actually, after on this, we can just create copy as SVG and Control Shift R paste as SVG. Now we can just do this perfectly. Okay, so we're gonna go 16 pixels here. We're gonna componentize it and copy it. We're gonna go back to the design section here. Actually, not designs, rather components. And we're gonna add it here. Very simple. Now we have our mobile nav. Now, the simplest way of accomplishing value here is to have a model where you click here and these will show up. Now, this course is not covering models here. I'm thinking to cover models and stuff like that, more UI elements in the future with more in depth. But I just want to show you just the outer landing page without any inner interactions from the user. So now I'm gonna be covering that, but I really encourage you to experiment and like try to understand models and create your own pop-up model here. Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna be taking this, we're gonna be duplicating this. Let's just duplicate it, bring it over here, and from desktop to mobile. And the mobile should have a grid system, right? So we're gonna change it to columns. The same one we used here actually, pretty much. Uh, from grids to columns, 12. And here we'll need our rulers back again. Let's just make sure we're aligning it perfectly here. Okay, let's just go here and add the other ruler, and now we can just remove this. Yeah, so now we have this nav bar and we can just place it correctly here from both sides. Okay, nice. Now we have to center it and put it at the top. Now, obviously, this is too big, so we have to change it. Just a bit here. Let's take this. Uh, let's take this and okay, it's fixed width, and we don't really have to change that. But this one we do have to change, so it has to be 16 and 14. From 16 to 14, right? So there is a clear downgrading points, right? From 16 to 14, all the 14s will become 16s, sorry, 12s, and all the 64s, 48s. There's a clear guideline for that. So we're just going to be accomplishing that here. Just make sure it's small. Okay, so it's changed. Okay, great. Now we will be working on the hero section, which should not be too difficult. First, let's just take everything here, duplicate them, and bring it over here, okay? Let's just take everything here. Let's make this longer. But let's take everything as it is. Okay, so what are our components? This is a component, for example. So we can, before that actually, let's just resize everything to fit the layout. Okay, here and here, okay? Then we take this here. From the testimonials will have a different field to them. And select all of them and remove them. Okay, and this now should be central lined. This should also central lined. So here the thing is we only want to show one testimonial, and through an interval this will be just changing. Okay, this testimonial will be changed to all the others, and that's because we don't have that much space to work with. So it's better to do it this way. But we're not decreasing any value. Notice here, everything's still the same. We're just focusing on changing the way we are putting our content out. Here, okay. Now it's all about changing the sizes here, right? We're gonna go here from 16, 14. The gap here, we're gonna decrease it to around 8. And here we're gonna change the 14 to 12. And this is a new font style. This is the smallest font style we'll have, sans. extra small here, and just going to be regular. So let's just create that. Let's go over to the brand. Here, instead of small, we'll say extra small. Let's just change it to extra small. Yeah, great. So now we're going to change this padding. Most of the 16 will become 12 on the padding side. And now let's drag it in here just to fill it out. Now we don't want this to overflow. We want this to fill the container. And this will be our new banner. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. This is too big, right? So this is currently the extra large variation here, which will going to be changed to 48 here. And instead of extra large, this will be sans. So this will be large, I think. No, okay, we already have large, so it's going to be medium, extra large, and regular. Right, we're just going to apply this here too. Okay. Also, what we have to do, let's go back from brand and design here. Let's include it right here. Medium, large. Okay. Let's go here, extra large. Actually, we want to change something, which is the line height shouldn't be 72, rather it should be 48. Okay. Then this would gonna be medium, extra large. Okay. Right, so we have it here. Now we can go back. And here we want to take this. And it is currently at 72. And instead of 72, we want to go into 64 maybe. 64 and by 64 here. 64 I think still is too big, so 52. 52. Right. Yeah, 52 probably works best in this case. So this would be serif, medium, extra large, or italic. Let's go to components here. Not components, sorry. Branded systems. Here, there's going to be medium, extra large. So it's going to be around 52, right? Okay, even though it's going to be around 52, here we want to go and make one more adjustment, which is just to decrease the line height to work better. Let me go also here. Okay. Now here, this should be also as well. Okay. And let's actually just take this part here and let's use our variable, right, that we just created. I'm seeing too much line height here for some reason. Let's just check it out. Let's okay. Let's unselect everything here. Okay. It's the problems from this one. Here. Okay. Let us select this one here and go in and decrease the line height. Okay. Okay, let's okay, around here 52, even 52 works fine here. The problem is not here, but rather it's here, okay? So what if we make this, if everything here should be this right here, okay? Great, which is working fine. And now we have just regular sizing here. Obviously, it might look a bit too big, but since we already have the space, there's no issues there. We're gonna go around here and change this to be 12. Here, we want to change the buttons. Actually, is it worth it to have... Yeah, okay. The best way to do it is to remove the icons. So we're gonna go to primary and just decrease. We have to actually create a new one for it. Components, let's go up here. And primary, there's gonna be a new variant for this. Primary mobile. And it would have 24 by 12. And it's just gonna have some decreased size. Okay, here we're going to do the same. Add a new variant for this, and it's going to be secondary mobile. And it's going to be 24 by 12, and it would have a smaller text too. So around 14 again. Let's go back to the design, and here let's change these out. Let's use primary mobile and secondary mobile. Okay. Now let's go in here and decrease this to 12. Here, I think these spacings are fine as they are. Okay. Here we have to change this. Let's go to components and select our testimonials component and add a new variant. It's gonna be for desktop. Actually, let's take this first. Side by side, 32, 64 by 64. It's gonna be for mobile. Let's just move these up. Okay, the differences that we're going to be making are not too big, very subtle. From medium large, which is 20, we want to decrease it to this 16. 16 regular. Don't we have that actually? Okay, we don't. So first, let's just change that, and we're going to create that style. We're going to go to 12 here. Let's also change this to 12. And here we're going to change this into 16. Regular. So we're going to be creating sans medium regular, which is surprisingly something we didn't really have until now. Then we're going to go to brand and system. We're just going to add it. Medium regular. Actually, we have it. Sans medium regular. We have it. So we can use that actually. Here we instead, let's just change this to the mobile version. That's all. It's very subtle, but now it fits the design a whole lot better. So now this is the hero section. Let's move on, and this should be pretty simple here. Okay, let's bring it here. Let's take out our rulers and let's bring it inwards. Okay. Let's take out this one too and bring it inwards. Here, this is doing quite well actually, but let's still decrease it maybe from large. We have a medium size for it. From 56, we can go medium extra large here actually. Let's do that. here to medium extra large, which was here. And here it should also be medium extra large for the serif font. Right, so okay, so this should also be medium extra large, size medium extra large. Okay. Extra large. Okay. So now since we have this, you might even consider making them fully medium extra large here. I think that works better, a bit more realistic, right? I think though we can use this. I think it's fine. It would be nice if we could just change the lining here. No, let's look into changing that actually. Let's just select our variables for medium extra large for both the serif. And let's try to change this maybe to 48. 48, yeah. Okay, yeah, that made a big difference. Okay. Okay. Is it two sides? Yeah, maybe from 48, you can increase it to 52. To 52 again. I think that's fine. Okay, that's great. Okay, now we're making some real progress. We want this to fill the containers. Always we want them to make this quite the small text. We'll be using this primary mobile version. And here, this went through some distortion. Yeah, it's good to have this shape. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna decrease its border radius here. And I'm also gonna decide to just decrease this, right? So let's make this 96 on both sides. And let's make this here. And the corner radius would be changed to around 4. 6 actually. And that's it. Now obviously the people are not gonna watch the video in this resolution. It's gonna grow and take the full screen when they click on play. So no problem there. Let's try to finish out this section quickly here. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna drag it in from both sides. We're gonna drag this inwards too. We're gonna take this, we're gonna drag it in. We're gonna take this, make it fill the container. And we're gonna change this in a minute here. We're gonna change everything here from large to medium large. No, medium extra large. And here to medium extra large, the serif variation as well. I'm gonna make this fill the container and also gonna change it to a smaller size. And finally, change this to primary mobile. Now we're getting the hang of it. Now it's becoming very simple. And actually, here we can what we can do is we can take the feature section and remove the two cards. Actually, the easiest way would be to change them into a stack here, a stackable vertical stack here. It's just this all the space we need now. Okay. So now it will be like this, but we have to make some changes, obviously. Obviously here, all of them should fill a container. right? And let's make the components work for smaller screen sizes as we did for the previous ones, right? It's very simple here. Add variant is going to be mobile. It's going to be desktop. And we're going to take the cards. We're going to put them side by side here with auto layout 32, 64 by 64. And put them side by side. Okay. Now let's move them up. Let's go to the mobile one here. It's very simple changes. This is going to be from medium. It's going to be smaller. Also take this to 32 here. And let's just also increase the size here to around 12. We're gonna also take this, we're gonna make it from regular to regular, small actually here. Yeah, that's all we have to do. Let's just now go around and just apply that change. Desktop to mobile. Okay. Now everything's changed here. And I believe that's it for today, this video. And the only thing we have to do now is to just manage the spacing in between the sections. So I'm gonna go 48 here. I hear it was 96, but here I'm gonna go 64 in between. Okay, around 64 here, right here. And here from the navbar should be 48. From the navbar 48. So let's just get it closer. Actually, it's 36. Now remembering. Now let's retract this. Very simple. Again, very simple. Let's just check it out here. We have a hamburger menu and placing the other content. Obviously, you have to make sure that this is actually functional and it has other modals, sub-modals here. That's something for you to practice on your own. We have a hero section, more minimal. We have the video section, followed by the feature section, which is stackable. Okay, great. So that would be all for this video. Next time, we're going to be finishing off the other parts, other sections of the responsive design.